This is Autoline Daily, the show dedicated to enthusiasts of the global automotive industry. The prices of used Teslas are falling fast. About a year ago, a used Tesla was worth about $5,000 more than the average used vehicle, but now it's about $200 less. According to data from Car Gurus, the average used car cost just over $28,000 at the start of August, an increase of about 1.2% compared to last year, while the average used Tesla sold for a little over $27,800, a drop of nearly 5%. One of the key factors is a growing amount of used Teslas hitting the market. According to Cox Automotive, inventory increased 33% in the first quarter. So with more models to choose from, there's more pressure to lower prices. And Xiaomi is running into Tesla-like problems, but more like problems that it faced in 2018 and 2020. Xiaomi seems to be in its own version of production hell, trying to ramp up two models that are hot sellers at the same time. It has well over 300,000 orders for its new U7 SUV, but only delivered a little more than 6,000 units in July. By contrast, it delivered 24,400 units of its SU7 sedan. However, there's also a significant backlog of orders for the SU7, so the wait time for some customers is over a year. One bright spot for Xiaomi is that it recently completed an expansion of its factory in the middle of June, which will eventually double its production capacity. Even so, it's still going to be a struggle to hit its full-year goal of selling 350,000 vehicles. And you may remember that Elon Musk said that Tesla's production hell transition into delivery logistics hell, and we bet Xiaomi is going to go through the same thing if it isn't already. Volvo is also struggling to ramp up production of one of its EVs. In 2024, the EX30 ranked third in EV sales in Europe, but because the model was only made in China at the time, delivery times increased to 8 months for some customers. And that probably played a role in the model dropping out of the top 10 in the first half of this year in Europe. However, production of the EX30 at Volvo's plant in Belgium kicked off in April. So far, those models have gone to the European market, which should bring delivery times closer to 3 months. The move also allows the EX30 to avoid tariffs that the EU put on Chinese-made EVs, and company CEO Håkan Samuelsson says he expects the model's sales and market share to return where they were before the tariffs. And now with the tariff situation in the US, Volvo will start bringing Belgium-made EX30s to the market because they face significantly lower import fees. While Lexus is dropping V8s, the Dodge Durango is going V8 only. All versions, from the base GT all the way up to the SRT Hellcat, will come standard with some form of the Hemi V8 engine. Starting on Wednesday, a V8 GT can be ordered for about $44,500, including destination charges, which is $4,000 more than the outgoing base V6 model.
Performance that shines, even in the rain. That's what really matters. Bridgestone Potenza tires, improved grip in wet conditions.
Mercedes-Benz CEO Ola Källenius is criticizing the European Union's plan to ban the sale of new gas and diesel-powered vehicles in 2035. Car makers in Europe are struggling with weak demand, Chinese competition, and lower than expected EV sales. That's why Källenius, who is also the head of the ACEA, which represents automakers in Europe, says the EU needs a, quote, reality check, and that Europe's car market could collapse if the ban goes into effect. The combustion engine sales ban is up for review later this year, and Källenius is calling for tax incentives and cheaper charging prices as ways to encourage consumers to switch to EVs. And Italy just approved incentives to help boost EV sales. The country announced that it will provide 600 million euros, or nearly $700 million, for purchasing a fully electric vehicle. Individual car buyers will receive up to 10,000 euros for buying a new EV, while companies can receive up to 20,000 euros for buying an electric commercial vehicle. But there are some limitations. Buyers must scrap an ICE vehicle from 2015 or earlier, and the funds will be limited to individuals or companies in large urban areas. EVs only accounted for 6% of total sales in Italy in June, compared to 15% across the rest of the European Union. The cost of lithium EV batteries could be going up. Prices and stocks of lithium surged earlier today after Chinese EV battery maker CATL confirmed that it halted operations at one of its mines in China. That mine accounts for 6% of global lithium production, and it will be shut down for at least 3 months. CATL is seeking to renew its permit to operate the mine, but China didn't approve the license because the global supply of lithium is higher than demand. That oversupply has caused lithium prices to tumble, but now with the CATL mine being shut down, prices are expected to remain higher in the near term. Acura is reviving the RSX, and it's debuting the prototype at the Monterey Car Show in California, which is going on right now. But so far, all we have is this teaser image that shows the front of the car. The RSX was originally a 2-door coupe that first went on sale in the early 2000s, but the new model will be a sporty all-electric crossover. It's the first vehicle to use Honda's in-house developed EV platform, and it will be the first EV built at Honda's EV Hub in Ohio. The new RSX goes on sale in the second half of next year in the US. And we're looking for some of your help. We've got a survey we'd like you to fill out to help us do a bit of market research with a new sponsor we've got coming on board, Alex Partners. You can find it on the Post tab on our YouTube channel, or we've got a link in today's transcript. There's only 5 questions, and we just want your answers right off the top of your head. No need to research anything. But that's a wrap for today's show. Thanks for watching.
Autoline Daily is brought to you by Bridgestone, solutions for your journey. CSP, the Composites Solution Partner. Intrepid Control Systems, over-the-air engineering, boost your game. And thanks to the following YouTube and Patreon members.
Developing today's vehicles. Issues can happen in an instant. When's the best time to solve a problem? The minute you know you have one. Meet Wireless NeoVi Cloud, your secure, off-the-shelf solution empowering real-time collaboration for quick resolution. With Wireless NeoVi Cloud, your team can prevent issues before they can escalate. Driver communication data and remote diagnostics to analyze and resolve your problems using OTA, allowing your executives oversight throughout the process. Wireless NeoVi Cloud, your vehicle update solution in production and on the road. Intrepid Control Systems, driven by your data.
At CSP, we work with OEM engineers across the country on their journeys to lighter, safer, and more eco-friendly vehicles. Learn more at thecsp.com.